welcome back everybody to the stream, to LCUS Game 2. We got Cowbell versus Northern Storm again. We are joined by Jeff this time. Welcome, Jeff.
Hey, how you doing, Nico?
Pretty good. And the lovely Kenos, as always.
Aw, thanks.
So, Jeff got a little bit of the last game, and Kenos was casting the game with me, so... Oh, never mind. I guess I'll wait for that, because it looks like that they're starting.
I do not tolerate.
Yeah, we could do analysis during this as well.
Indeed. It looks like they don't want to
Darius
deal with
fan.
Darius, but
Yeah.
anyways, so something new that I wanted to see was get Darius off the board, which they did to
Well,
anyway.
I'm just mad.
But I feel like that Cowbell needs a little bit more breathing room. Not just for the end of the game, but for the entirety of the game. Because they were doing pretty well to start with, but then just kind of lost their way as the game was going on. But,
Yeah, with the part of the game I was able to catch at the end there, it did certainly seem like they were doing a pretty effective job of stalling it out. I also think Cowbell made a couple questionable decisions in where they were trying to push, getting picked off a little bit. But in the end, when you are down that much, it really just takes one more mistake, and you can just, finish the game so quickly. I think that's what happened.
correct, yeah. And again, not for lack of trying. They were doing an awesome job of getting the game to extend. Their defense was on point.
Yeah, they were finding picks left and right, it sounded like. But then occasionally maybe overreaching after those picks and giving something back.
Chaos will follow.
So it looks like
Yeah.
that Cowbell is putting their best foot forward by getting rid of Darius, Malzahar, and Pantheon right out of the gate. They do not want to deal with that anymore. Aatrox coming through. Oh my gosh.
Okay. That'll be exciting to see Shaden on that.
For sure, getting his last hoorah before the rework, right?
So, just out of curiosity, I don't think I've ever seen a team ban out the entire composition from the previous game of the opposing team. I don't think it'll happen here, but it would be pretty funny.
It's happened, but I don't think the entire team. It's happened where they've banned out pretty much everybody from the opposite team, like we see right here, 3 out of the 5.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put it past them because they might be very annoyed by that. Because, like we were saying last game, they had a lot of CC. They had a lot of shutdown potential for, and I could just imagine just going up against that team is I can't freaking move.
Sure.
Help me out, guys. But
So the Vladimir pick looks like that'll be going to the mid lane with the Jhin coming through as well.
sure.
It could also end up being top lane.
True. Again, we're kind of seeing some standard picks from both Northern Storm and Cowbell. Nothing like the schmear that we saw in the last one. I say schmear because it was a pretty out there schmear.
Now it's probably good for Cowbell. They're probably feeling good that they have Shaken on Kane. He seems to really enjoy him as well as Zac, where you can have these creative, surprising gank paths.
We got the
Jax picked up, so would certainly expect to see Vladimir up in the top lane now. Or excuse me, the mid lane.
Correct.
oh, taking Lucian out. So, taking the one arrow that Cowbell had in its quiver and breaking it.
Yeah, not great for them. But again, that's just one ADC. I'm sure that Brandana has something up his sleeve. Let's see Vayne come through.
Morgana ban.
Yeah, that's interesting. Probably just to make sure that whoever, like Jax or something, isn't immune to CC. Because they do have a bit of a CC kit coming out here. Vel'Koz is just a walking CC machine.
Right.
Do not confuse cowardice for wisdom.
A lot of
Yeah, there's
Swain
a lot
bans.
of potential knockups here for more Cowbell. I'm not sure if Brandana plays bot lane Yasuo at all.
Oh lord.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of knockup potential there. You're right. That's big pit of that. Let's see.
But I don't see at least a
We'll
cheeky
wait our time.
hover over Yasuo. There goes my Skarner ADC, James.
Well.
Rest in peace.
Having dreams is what's important.
Dreams are memes. That's why Got Memes knows what I talk about. Any users.
Alright, so there's Nocturne.
Nocturne.
A chase hover. Okay.
And Yasuo support.
Chase
Do it.
a carry.
Do it.
Do it. Oh, Alistar.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh!
So many knockouts.
They have their mascot.
But so many knockups. 6th man Yasuo.
But they have.
So,
They can have 2 supports, right? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Pokemon rules this week, right? The 6.
Yes,
6 Pokemon.
16.
I mean 6 champions.
Well, I mean, Overwatch has 6 people also, so you can
Yeah, it's all
throw that in there
rules.
for the kids who like Overwatch more than Pokemon.
And a karma pick, so very standard comp.
Yeah, so Ace, or Jace rather, is really the odd man out here.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, he's got the range, so why not?
Correct. Yeah, it seems like that we're seeing a little bit more standard picks from both these teams, although with Cowbell a little bit out of the loop here. But again, Aatrox is in his dwelling at the top lane, meta or no meta, so that's not too much to scoff at. But I really want to see how this Jace Alistar goes against this Jhin and Karma.
Yeah, I think that could be very rough for them. There's so much long-range poke potential from Jhin Karma.
Right.
It'll be very difficult for them to get in. They could get zoned off a minion wave in a pretty big way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alistar's heal at least will help him a little bit, though.
Sure.
It'll-
So, since I didn't catch the beginning of that last game, we've seen Shaden do so well up in the top lane, but seeing how fed washed up top laner got, do you expect Cowbell to try to change up some tactics to keep that from happening?
I feel like it was just kind of poor positioning on their part, and also just a lot of opportunities from the, well, not a lot, the initial opportunity from Pantheon coming up in the top lane, and then just getting Darius ahead. That really helped them out, and Camille just wasn't able to commit to anything for their playing defensively for most of the game. It wasn't a terrible spot to be in, but it just kind of snowballed from there.
Sure.
I have to imagine Aatrox is going to be less scared of Jax this game. Shaden seemed pretty scared of Darius.
Mm-hmm.
But Jax can beat the crap out of you, but at least he consistently beats the crap out of you. He doesn't just suddenly take away a third of your health.
Right. I do feel like
Go
that Cowbell. Sorry, but I do feel like that more Cowbell is going for more of an aggressive turn this time. I mean, they have Aatrox, they have Kayn, they have Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz is more of a back person. But anyways, still not sure about the Jace Alistar, but I feel like that they have a little bit more of an aggressive comp with them.
Mm-hmm.
It
More
really
ability
depends
to
on
be
how they're
proactive.
gonna go about it, though, because the last
Sure.
game was towards the end, at least. They started getting a little bit scared in their boots.
Yep.
Yeah, as we all know, a snowballing Darius is very tilting to deal with.
Well, next
That
time that a
2v1
grown
was
man
about-
comes at you with an overgrown axe, tell me how you...
That 2v1 that washed up pulled off was about the first thing that I saw.
And that's pretty much summarized the game, so that's a good place to jump in.
Yeah, do have to say.
Excited to see this Nocturne, though.
Yeah, between Nocturne and Kayn, I think that we'll have some pretty exciting stuff coming out of the jungle here.
Hmm.
You guys that can fly over walls, or in Kayn's case, walk through them.
For this matchup, what do you think the jungle's priority is going to be? Is it going to be the top lane, or do you think it's going to be... Where do you think they're going to be going?
Well, for me, I know that Cowbell, they really like to play through Shaden, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that. But I do think that Shaken is going to have to spend some time on the bottom half of the map as well, because I think that it's going to be very difficult for Brandana and Mr. Pig early on in this game.
Hmm. Maybe that's what they're banking on, having a mobile champ like Kayn,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll have
Well,
to see.
Yeah, I would expect the mid lane to be pretty uneventful early on.
I don't know, with Vel'Koz not having anything in the way of escapes, that could be an issue.
Alright. Well, we're going to see as we go into Game 2 of Set 2. Let's take a look at the skin analysis. What do they got for us this time? Sorry, Kanos, remind me, did we say that Northern Storm was going to win based on the skins? I feel like we did.
I feel like we did as well. I stopped taking notes on it after last week. Didn't mean anything.
Skins get wins, folks. That's all I'm
But
saying.
there's no skins on Cowbell, so
Well,
except for, Alistar, obviously.
Of course.
yeah, but since they have their Cowbell mascot, they're going to win. Hands down.
Uh-huh.
Moocow. No, I'm kidding. I have to give it to freaking Northern Storm. Because that got stopped
I actually-
Project Jin.
Yeah. I actually have not seen the new splash art for that Vladimir skin. I
Mhm.
don't know how long ago it got changed. Not sure how I feel about it. Feel kind of threatened.
Are you a female in valedictorian era?
I am not.
So why do you feel threatened?
Well, I mean,
Those
at
eyes.
least it shows that Vladimir is taking away from Evelyn's territory of eating people in alleys. I mean, Evelyn should not be the only one who has that.
Correct. Awesome.
All right, so overall, we're in agreement that Northern Storm with the skin advantage here. Very important playoff implications in this game. 2-0 versus a 1-1 is a big deal.
Yep. And we got a pause coming
And
in.
we get a pause right away.
Turn the chat off, folks. They're swearing there. Oh boy, we got more time to talk about this and that beautiful Blitzcrank emote right there, right above Baconlicious. But I do have to
Looks
say,
like it was a quick
composition.
bathroom break.
I mean, could be. I don't see anybody disconnecting, so New York isn't having a power outage this time. So, I do have to say that I feel like I do... This is a tough one. I was actually going to say who I was going to give it to, but I might have to give it to Northern Storm. I just like
Yeah.
the team comp a little bit better.
Well,
I'm
it is
surprised-
the more standard of the two.
Correct.
But as we said, Cowbell not that strange. It's really just the Jace that's keeping them from being standard.
Right. I do have to say, I'm surprised Kanos didn't say anything about the lack of meat we have on the field today.
The tank, yeah.
There really isn't
There are.
anybody for either team except for Alistar.
Yeah, Alistar's pretty much the only real tank in this game. But yeah, I mean, we'll see if that ends up affecting things too much. Exia on that Jin is going to be able to pop off on people, but he is, he doesn't have any dashes. The crits do give him bonus move speed, so it'll be interesting to see if he can maneuver his way through team fights.
For sure. Oh,
There is more potential, certainly, on the side of Cowbell to initiate fights between the Aatrox and Kayn and Alistar. Really, the only hard initiation you can see coming would be a Jax flank or, of course, Paranoia out of Northern Storm. So, still in a pause here, folks. And, yeah, based on chat, it does certainly sound like just a bathroom break for someone here.
how dare they?
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yup. Alright. Let's see if I can get... Trying to do something, folks. Bear with me. A request. Alright, that should be better.
We've gotten requests for a dance party in the Dragon Pit now.
I don't know if we can alleviate that. I mean, I wish we could. That would be something. Riot, take out your notepads. Allow spectators to control the champions while in pause. and just have them do kooky stuff. That would be amazing.
The ridiculous things that you would see LCS casters like Freak do with that power.
I'm just saying specifically for us, not for anybody else.
Oh, okay. Okay. I appreciate that. So, I guess to talk a little bit about this Kane pick, maybe to fill in some time here. Which transformation do you expect him to prefer here?
That's a tough one. With the amount of... I wouldn't doubt if he's going to go for the more of assassin role here. Because I feel like he's going to have a lot of pick-off potential. Depending.
Sure.
But there is also a lot of damage output. But with the amount of...
Yeah, they have a lot of damage already, so you wonder if maybe he'll try to be beefier?
Yeah.
Might depend a bit on game flow, of course. If Cowbell's able to get ahead early, then, you know, being damage lets you snowball the game a little faster.
Right. I wonder if that's what they're kind of going for with this composition too, is kind of go for a shorter game here, because we do have a lot of damage output here. Because if they can get this down to a science where they have LCUS in the background, everybody else just doing damage, that'll be a tough thing to combat against. I don't care how much healing Karma has.
Yeah, the fights are going to be very interesting because both teams do have pretty good backline access, and then both teams also have between Jin and Belkaz a squishy character that just wants to open up from the backline. So we'll see who does a better job getting in and maybe getting an assassination. Once again, folks, we are in a pause. Sorry about that. Coming up after this one, we still got one more match for you. I believe it's Take the Lantern and White Wolf Gaming. Big playoff implications in that one as well. Things really starting to come together in the standings as we approach the end of the split.
Got that right.
Earlier, I believe Option 12 took a 2-0 over Blitzkrieg, and as such, have reclaimed their spot at the top of the standings after with Phoenix being on bye.
A lot of bloodbath. That if I were to recommend a game to watch, definitely watch the Option 12 games after today. Just interesting champ selections. I think my brain fell out of my skull at one point. Kenneth can fill you in on that. But we were just talking, they must have been listening in on us, we were talking about the meta where it is right now, just being all over the place, hell's bells, and they just delivered with kooky champ selections. And it was pretty amazing. At one point there was a Darius Garen bot lane that actually worked out. I mean...
Wow.
Bleh.
That's a lot of testosterone in that bottom lane.
Yeah, for sure. And then Garen bullied his little sister the entire... Oh my god, we're going back to the game. I'm sorry, folks.
Here we go. Alright, we're finally getting back into it. Looks like we're all off the toilet and ready to get some League of Legends going. So we talked earlier about where we expect some jungle pressure to come out. Nocturne, generally, I don't think, is looking for early ganks. As far as I know, I think you sort of try to just get to level 6, establish some wards, and get ready for that paranoia, but am I mistaken?
I think you're right on that. I feel like Nocturne does have some potential for it, but the way that the last game went, I feel like that they're probably going to stay safe. Just kind of go through your phase of getting through the jungle, get some meat on your bones, get some items, and then you're going to be able to start initiating and ganking people. That's the thing I'm still kind of up in the air about, is where their focus is going to be. I feel like it is going to be the mid lane, but it is also a very dangerous thing because we have long range. There's the dance off.
Yeah, we do have the dance off in the river. No cowbell for Mr. Pig though. A little disappointed with that.
Mr. Pig put that thumbs up right back where you have it. You don't deserve it. Not even using his channel.
Tin Man hanging out at the bottom. Okay. With the way he was standing, I thought he might try a Hohenheim and get a snipe onto that blue buff, but No such tactic being pulled out here.
No balls. Alright. Shaden is definitely showing he is not afraid anymore. Washed Up is just kind of taking it.
Yeah, Shaden, there was a funny moment there where Shaden just walked up and poked him in the face. There's the counter strike, so Washed Up actually leveling that up to level 1.
Huh.
Both junglers started on the bottom side. Shaken has progressed to his wolves while Spicy Hot Meme is onto the Scuttle Crab. He did walk over a ward, not sure if he was aware that was there. But so that means that Shaken knows that he has free reign of this top side of the jungle.
Sure, I wonder if he's going to take advantage, maybe try to go for a steal of red.
Oh boy. We might have a brawl in the mid lane already. Spicy Hot Meme did walk over a ward, but Tin Man backing off, I think, sort of gave away that.
Yeah, I thought that was going to come out mount to something too bad.
In the bottom lane, early on, Brandana seems to be doing just fine with getting his minions. Maybe I was wrong about how difficult that would be. Actually, interesting. He got the root there down onto Mr. Pig, but then didn't want to walk forward to get the forced shot on him. Maybe afraid of a headbutt pulverize to follow up.
Yeah, not doing terrible at all. Huh. New meta.
Now,
folks.
Spicy Hot Meme is on the top side, so both junglers on the top side. Shaden is pushed up pretty far, so may see Spicy Hot Meme try something. But Shaken is in the area, so counter potential will be there. And actually you have Shaden jumping away from the counter strike. So both of those pretty important cooldowns are now unavailable. Shaken is waiting in the wings. And Spicy Hot Meme is not walking that way, so oh, now he turns around. And yeah, we're gonna get some action. Here goes Shaken through the wall. He gets onto Washed Up top laner. The counter strike comes out to block things, and he does get the ward hop back to the turret. Spicy Hot Meme just throws out the fear as a deterrent, and overall, a lot less happened there than I thought there would.
For sure. Still trying to get something out of it, just throwing some abilities towards Washed Up top layer. Not really getting anything for it. But yeah, it really shows Washed Up top laner has to be a little bit defensive side. Yeah, I mean, he's being pushed up throughout the entire game so far. But
32 to 15 in CS right now.
Oh boy. Not in a great spot. Although he'll have some free reign for the top lane for the time being.
Shaden is going to use that teleport. I was wondering if he would, or if he would try to save it, but wants to keep that pressure up. So teleport down for both top laners now. Baconlicious has one in the mid lane, none for Tin Man, so a little bit more potential. Oh, there's a headbutt pulverize from Mr. Pig. They jump in onto Poison Ivy. Shaken is there as well. They do get the stun down, and Poison Ivy, I think, is going to go down. The heal might save him. He is so low, and actually the root comes out under the turret. Mr. Pig is so low. They do pick up first blood. It's Brandana who gets it. That's a very nice pickup as Mr. Pig is able to walk away. Just needed one more turret shot, but they couldn't get it. Baconlicious roaming down to the bottom lane now. He might catch Shaken. No, good ward from Shaken. Mr. Tin Man probably calling out that MIA. And so that's a big play, I think, for Cowbell to get that bottom lane ahead. They were already ahead in CS, already surprisingly with that, but the fact that now that Jace is going to be ahead of the Jhin means they can probably just all in whenever they want. And meanwhile, Shaden jumping in onto Washed Up top laner. Counter-Strike comes out just to keep him from running him down, but... Oh, now they jump in onto Eggsy again. What are you still doing there, my friend? Mr. Pig gonna get the stun again, and another kill over to Brandana with the final auto. 2-0 on this chase. Up in the top lane, Shaden is chasing down Washed Up top laner again, who is going to recall in sight. So overall, just great things happening for Cowbell in that bottom half of the map.
Sure.
Now ganking the mid lane though from Spicy Hot Meme. Hemoplague does come out. Mr. Tin Man is going to flash away before the Fear Tether could get onto him. So it's a flash burned in the mid lane on a completely immobile champion. Oh my gosh, yes, this CS lead has ballooned up to 21 in the bottom lane now. It's 22 in the top lane.
Yeah, Brandana's set up for a
Shaden's
second
in
here.
trouble here, though. He pops the ultimate, and there is the long-range damage from Mr. Tin Man, but Baconlicious is just able to flash out of range, or excuse me, I think it was the Sanguine Pool and the flash, and Spicy Hot Meme uses the Blast Cone to get out as well. So Shaden maybe overstepping a little bit, giving one back.
This is kind of what I was talking about too, about the last game was kind of like a tug of war throughout the beginning. It's starting to kind of look like that now, although we do have Jace being fed in the bot lane. That was a little bit different. But yeah, that too, Brandana is definitely showing us that Jace is a contender for ADC in the bot lane.
Yeah, well, with the Alistar, oh my gosh, Shaken is going very low in the jungle up here against these Krugs, and he does get executed. So, maybe not a highlight there.
Rest in peace.
But, yeah, I was going to say that Jace pick, I think, being very enabled by the Alistar as well. Just being able to jump in for fights whenever you want. So powerful, especially now that you're ahead. Tiamat is finished on Shaden now, so his wave clear is going to go to the next level. A lot of pings in the river near the dragon coming out from Northern Storm. I'm not sure if they were pinging that the Scuttle Crab was about to come back up. They want to try to contest this Mountain Drake. Seems like it would be a dangerous proposition given how far behind they are in the bottom lane.
It could also be that they're just trying to get to see if there's some vision. Northern Storm has been known for their vision game.
Oh boy, Shaden jumping in, and he just destroys Washed Up top laner in the top lane. I think Washed Up got a little overconfident as Shaden started to walk away from their little duel, and then Shaden said, well, I'm just going to jump back on you, pop the ult, nuke you down.
Yeah, but I feel like that Northern Storm is just kind of get their vision down, essentially.
Shaken in the bottom lane. He is spotted out by a ward. And Poison Ivy will quickly reveal that he's on a ward. And Shaden now just jumping away from Spicy Hot Meme. Oh my gosh, it is 73 to 38 in the top lane now. CS-wise, as well as the solo kill. Mr. Tin Man still no flash, and Paranoia is available, and there they go. Just as I expected it, they run back in. No chance for Tin Man there. There's that first Paranoia that's always very key because of how long the cooldown it is. You want to get something out of it, they do. Now Spicy Hot Meme invading the jungle. He gets the smite onto the big raptor. So a little bit of reprieve here after everything was going Cowbell's way in the past. And now it looks like they may try to set up a four-man dive, shut down this Jace. They know that Kayn was forced towards the mid lane and that there is no help available. Shaden could teleport. We'll see if Washed Up top laner is able to stop it, or if they even just give up. There's the curtain call coming out. Spicy Hot Meme has been CC'd up. Mr. Pig popping the ultimate. He's very tanky, and actually it doesn't look like they're going to get much out of this.
There was an attempt. Nothing out of it, but there was an attempt.
Oh boy, Poison Ivy now jumping back in, and there's the root onto Mr. Pig. He pops the exhaust, but now he might be in trouble. Exia can't quite get the damage. He does, actually, with the last auto attack. Brandana tried to deter him with a shock blast, but it wasn't enough. But up top, Shaken and Shaden, that combo whose names are so fun to say together, are going to get first turret as well. So much advantage. Oh my gosh, Brandana went down in the bottom lane as well. Not sure if he just got hit by some poke that he wasn't expecting. Oh, but now Shaden is in the bottom lane, teleporting behind. He jumps onto Poison Ivy. Is the speed boost going to get him out? Yeah, he does actually escape, and Shaden goes extremely low. So nice job by Northern Storm in the last couple of minutes, picking up some stuff, but at the same time, Shaden got solo first turret gold, I believe, so he is so far ahead in that top lane.
Shaden was definitely trying to make something happen out of that, and he does have a little bit more room to go where he wants to. I feel like that played his cards right, that would have been a double kill for him, or would have been a kill for him.
Yeah, he did not have the Massacre available, I don't think.
No.
So, less damage than one would expect. The speed boost actually from Poison Ivy, I think, just barely kept him out of range of maybe a couple more auto attacks there. Shaken is in the top lane again, and he is actually going to go by himself onto washed up top laner, who will just walk away with the counter-strike. Now, Shaden is so far ahead here. Do you expect to see him just try to get his split push on for a while, or do you think they're going to try to make plays around his strength?
With how it is in the game, I wouldn't doubt that they do have to put split pushing. Shaden has been able to do that, but with him being at the power spike that he is right now, I feel like that they probably need him to get some kills for him. I wouldn't even, if we see more plays like he did just a couple of seconds ago, where he's going to be teleporting, well, not anymore teleporting, but just roaming to the point where they can get some mid lane or bot lane kills, I wouldn't put it past him.
Oh, Paranoia again. They jump onto Brandana. Nice knockaway, but now Mr. Pig is in trouble. He has once again popped his ultimate, so he is so tanky right now. Shock Blast coming back from Brandana to do a lot of damage, but now Exia steps up, and the force shot is good enough. Now, Curtain Call, Mr. Pig, he could go down. Karma hits a Q as well. Oh, but he does flash away from the force shot of the Curtain Call, but still a 1-for-0 in the bottom lane. A nice gank again. 2 Paranoias and 2 kills. Spicy Hot Meat.
Shaden trying to get the jump on top lane. Baconlicious trying to
Mr. Tin Man may go down in the mid lane. Transfusion not enough. And yeah, sorry, the duel in the top lane as well.
a lot
and there's
going
a knockup from oh my gosh, Baconlicious got a kill in the mid lane. Sorry, I didn't watch that one. But now watch the top laner. He's just trying so hard to run away with the counter-strike, but the slow lens again from Shaden. He steps up. Dark Flight will be available in 2 seconds. He's going to jump on him one more time, I think. Oh, nice jump away from top laner. Baconlicious coming up, providing a bit of an escape. Now trying to body block. Shaden is just running everyone down, though, but now the Spicy Hot Meme has shown up, and that's finally enough for Shaden to give up this chase.
That's coming down to what we were kind of saying before, is that Shaden's going to start doing his roam. And he had an opportunity right there and definitely just tried going for it as hard as he could. But again, just falling short just because of the backup from Northern Storm.
Yeah, I really like the coordination there of Baconlicious coming up and providing just himself as a target for the lead strike. Now in this bottom lane, we talked about Brandana getting off to that great start. 2 quick kills, but Exia has done a great job pegging it back. 3-1 now, has the Ghost Blade finished, and that turret is very low in the bottom lane.
Yeah. Starting to push off the Jace, saying, "You belong here, go back to your top lane."
Now Shaken has opted for the Warrior enchant on his jungle item. I'm not sure if that's usually indicative of what transformation he's planning on.
Not 100% certain on that either.
A lot of pings going on around the dragon again. No one has even really made much of an attempt at it yet. Mountain Drake, very helpful for snowballing a game. Shaden jumping in onto Baconlicious now, who has rotated up to the top lane. Maybe they think that he has a better chance. Paranoia coming down again, but I don't think Spicy Hot Meme is in range. The Paranoia, or the range on that level 1 Paranoia is always shorter than you expect, I think. But now Shaden, he's jumped onto Baconlicious in the top lane. Hemoplague is down, but Shaden doesn't care. He gets the kill under the turret. Spicy Hot Meme showing up now. Can he finish him off? He actually flashes away. Shaden does have the blood well filled up, and so he'll jump in. He still has his flash available. He is life-stealing so much, but he will get the blood well pop. But Spicy Hot Meme, oh, flash in from Shaden. He really wants to finish this. He gets it. Will he get out? I think he will. Oh, the minions are just enough. I think Shaden actually could have walked away and taken one less turret shot there. And a dive in the bot lane now. Just action everywhere in this series. It seems like it was like this in the last game as well. Exia is exhausted. Teleport coming in from washed up top laner. Will it save him? No. Brandana flashes and gets the last auto attack. Mr. Pig under the turret. He'll survive. Washed up top laner. Not enough damage to clean things up. And so Shaden making big plays in the top lane. The rest of the team finding success in the bottom lane. Shaken looks like he wants to chase washed up top laner off of this. There's the acceleration gate, but the leap strike will get him away. Teleport into the dragon pit now for Shaden, so Looks like they may try to make a play on that. I would imagine Shaden might even be able to solo this already at this point. Turret went down in the bottom lane. So more Cowbell. This has been a sort of a streaky game. We saw more Cowbell get off to a great start. Northern Storm pegged it back, but now big plays again. Looks like Shaken might go down, but a nice headbutt pulverize from Mr. Pig will keep him alive. And there is the death ray out of Mr. Tinman. Baconlicious is in the back. Can he get anything done on the flank? The rest of the fight has just gone awry so much for Northern Storm, and more Cowbell continues to snowball this game.
I don't know what they went through in the locker rooms during that pause, or who had to go to the bathroom, but they definitely need to get out there. So now, I'm not even sure if it was more Cowbell, but definitely turned on something. They're in this game to win it. Definitely snowballing off of this. They're leading on towers, leading on gold, leading on kills. This is what more Cowbell want.
Well, this is a very successful style of play from them that we've seen work in the past. You get Shaden ahead, you let him just pressure the map so much, and everybody else seems to coordinate with him very well once he's got that lead. Very big wave in the top lane that washed up top laner is going to go clean up, but he is so far behind now that it's going to take so long for that late game Jax to arrive. Shaden is just bullying all of Northern Storm right now. The Hemoplague has popped onto him, but so is the Massacre. Paranoia comes out almost just to get them away. Dark Flight is going to be available in about a second if he wants to jump onto Baconlicious. He has the Bloodwell available, and there is another kill for Shaden. Again under a turret.
That's another thing too. Cowbell last game was kind of playing it a little bit too safe, and now, like I was saying in the champ selection, they have the aggressive team now. They need to be aggressive. They are definitely being aggressive in this game.
Curtain Call was Pop trying to find Shaden, but he used the Dark Flight to get out of his path. Rip Herald's going to be picked up, or Cowbell as well, so after getting all the kills, they're starting to focus on those objectives now. They have the Mountain Drake. That'll make taking a Baron easier. It'll make taking turrets easier. All the cards are in their hand. Mr. Pig now, he is walking forward. It looks like he's looking for a headbutt pulverize. Poison Ivy flashes away, respecting Mr. Pig's ability with that combo. So at this point, it almost seems like we have a little bit of a reversal from game one, where you've got one team with a pretty sizable lead early on. Do you think that Northern Storm will be able to stall in a similar way?
That remains to be seen. It's hard to say. Need to wait a little bit more to see how they react to this. I bet they do have the potential. They just really need to stay in.
Oh, there's the jump in onto watch up top laner. Mr. Pig again finding the headbutt pulverize. Brandana jumps in to finish it off. Baconlicious is on the outside trying to get the damage down, but I just don't think he has the gold yet. Now Shaden arrives, and things are going to get really spicy for Spicy Hot Meme. He's forced to run away. Baconlicious flashes as well. Shaden again trying to run him down. And I believe Mr. Pig is going to get in range for another headbutt pulverize. Paranoia again Pop just defensively. They're just burning all these offensive cooldowns, trying to survive. A double kill with the shock blast from Brandana. That Jace is continuing to deal out the damage. Shaden is going to go down under the turret. He didn't have the Bloodwell available, but overall that's a 3-for-1 and a turret. And they get to use the Rift Herald on an inhibitor turret. How often do you see that?
Not too often. But what I was going to say was exactly not do that. It's really hard to go, because what I wanted them to do was get like a pick or something. They were fishing too hard for that. And that...
Ah, God, the Rip Herald hit a Nexus turret.
That is ridiculous. No, I was just actually going to say that too. How often do you see that? But, yeah, they were just fishing too hard for a pick-off right there. And don't make the same mistake twice, guys.
Sure. I sort of understand the mentality. Shaden wasn't there at the start of the fight. But I just think you're so far behind right now that even in that situation, it's dangerous to try to be offensive.
It's going to be really tough for Northern Storm.
I believe that we're seeing while somewhat comparable, an even bigger lead for more Cowbell at this stage of the game than there was for Northern Storm in Game 1.
Yep. You hit it right on the head right there, is that it is an exact reversal of what happened last game.
Shaken now, he could be in trouble. Never mind, he'll just walk through a wall. He says, Jeff, I'm fine.
That's what he does.
Northern Storm, they are able to at least pick up a turret. I believe that's their first of the game. And that bottom lane turret is very low. It has been for a while. So, right on cue, washed up top lane are going to teleport down there. Oh, excuse me. No, that was Shaden. So, Shaden, recognizing that there was a huge wave there that I'm sure he wants to pick up. He has officially Flame Horizon, washed up top laner with the 106 CS advantage now.
Jeez, man.
And there's Paranoia there, just really trying to get a pick, Mr. Tinman, but he's not alone this time. Brandana comes in. Do they have the damage? Bacon Wishes does finish it off, but Brandana and Mr. Pig are here now. Bacon Wishes is going to get stunned up. I think he's going to go down. Hextech Protobelt, not enough. And now they're on the chase. Exia is going to try to get a root down. Didn't really need it anyways. Actually, teleport coming out from washed up top laner to the base. They're so worried that they didn't even want to spend the extra seconds for a recall. Mr. Pig gets another combo in, and then the Shock Blast follows up, but doesn't look like anything else is going to happen in the mid lane. But, oh, let's look at the bottom lane where Shaden is on an inhibitor turret. And now you have Brandana and Mr. Pig coming around. This is going to be very dangerous. Exia is just destroyed by Shaden before you can even react. They get 2 more. This might be game right here.
I tend to agree with you. There is definitely not much you can do for this. We have 3 champions down, 2 up. We have Nocturne and Vladimir only holding the lines. I don't think they have what it takes to hold the line against this team right here.
They are going to back off for now. I think that more Cowbell were kind of surprised at how successful that was because Shaken and Mr. Tinman were in base. They weren't even on the offensive half of the map. And so probably if they were there, we could have pushed to end, but with only 3 people there and the other 2 so far away, make a safe decision, don't throw the game, pick up a cloud break.
I wonder if
Now, one
they're
thing
just...
I've always... I'm sorry, go ahead, Nickel.
I was just wondering if they were going to put some provision on Baron. They don't have... Wait. They take
Yeah,
Baron?
looks like Spicy Hot Meme is walking over there. Yeah, he puts down a ward.
Okay. But yeah, that was the half thing that I was thinking of, is like, are they just going to go for Baron, but not with everybody back? That's not really... never mind, they're going to do it.
Here they go. This is one thing I've always been curious about in situations like this when you are so far ahead. Is it worth it to even give the slight risk of a Baron steal, or just try to close the game out without it?
I think they have... They have the ability to do so, but it might just be a very big bait.
Oh, Bacon Licious is in so much trouble. Sanguine Pool already caught, and he is right in the middle of the entire team. Once again, I believe Paranoia was popped just as a deterrent, but it didn't save Bacon Licious, and now they turn right back to the Baron.
I was thinking it was just going to be a glorified bait, but they're definitely going for it.
Oh my god, Shaden jumping over all on his lonesome. He pops the Massacre. Shaken is with him. Everyone else is still in the pit though. But Shaden just does so much damage. He takes down 2. I don't think he'll catch Poison Ivy. He's going to try his damnedest, though. Meanwhile, back in the Baron pit, Shaken is so low that he's actually just going to sit outside in the river until... Oh, Spicy Hot Meme comes in. He had no vision in the pit, so he must have thought it was lower than it was, trying to get the Miracle Steal. Meanwhile, Super Minions are on the Nexus. Poison Ivy might die to Minions. He does not, but Shaden is just going to end this game solo, I think.
Yep, they got the minion. They got the ability.
Bacon Licious is there. Oh, no, Shaden gets the last hit. Almost like an X-Peke, a little less exciting, I suppose. But in the end, a very dominant win for more Cowbell.
Jeez, just turning the tables, taking what they learned from the last game and flipping it on the head for Northern Storm. Well done. Jeez.
And as we said, that's a big deal in terms of the standings, because more Cowbell, they'll go up to 7 points now with the 1-1, whereas if they would have been below Northern Storm if they'd gotten 2-0'd there.
So, gonna wait for a little bit. I do believe we do have an interview lined up. Guess it would help if I actually updated the standings as well. but just a commanding performance. Well done from Cowbell to come back from that. I mean, they couldn't have asked for anything better there. It was downright amazing. Just gave it right back to Northern Storm after having a little bit of trouble for the first game. Kenos, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
What did you think of that game?
I thought it was great to see Cowbell get together and execute as well as they did. It was right back and forth for a long time, but this time it was Cowbell who was able to grab that momentum and just carry it home.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like that we do have Shaden in the interview with us, so let's just hop on over.
Hey, Shaden, congrats.
Hello.
Good job in that game.
2i, 2i.
Sure. I guess I'll open it up just so that Aatrox. Have you been practicing that? Or is that like because we don't see him too often in the LCUS? What was going through your mind as you were Aatrox? I mean, I'm sure that it was just I'm God and all of you are my children, but yeah, just give me a little bit more insight on that.
Yeah, I've actually been spamming Aatrox and solo queue the past like week. And he's like insanely strong right now.
Okay, so the meta.
Yeah. So being a meta slave, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
it's gotta be like that.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
So what I want to ask you, Shaden, is after that game 1, where, you know, washed up top laner got pretty far ahead of you early on, what's it like in between games after, you know, a game goes that way to try to recover, keep yourself from tilting, and then eventually, as you did, completely turn it around?
Actually, or not, we didn't say like any words after that. We kind of just, I don't know, didn't really acknowledge the game and just moved on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I can't really change what's already happened, so
Awesome.
just focused on the next game.
Very common collected reaction to that. Gotta say.
I just got to take it one game at a time.
Yeah,
Sure.
true.
All right, and then lastly, I was also curious about Brandana with the Jace pick. Is that something that you guys have practiced in the past?
He said actually him and Mr. Pig have been practicing it a lot in solo queue
Awesome.
together. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Any other questions from the interview room?
No, I'm good. Just really solid performance game too.
Nice. Thanks.
Have a good rest of your weekend.
Hey, you guys too.
Alright, thank you, Shaden. Anyways, so it looks like that we have a 0 for 2 for option 12 for the set 1. We have 1 for 1 with Northern Storm and Cowbell. And now coming up we have White Wolf Gaming and Take the Lantern. I'm going to stop the stream for a little bit. Do not go anywhere.